Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, June 10th, 2014. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the S&P 500 Emini Futures. You're going to see that the futures are trading down by about 4 points at the moment, roughly to 1946 and a quarter per contract. They were down a little bit more. We'll watch the dollar-yen chart today. I think that's going to tell us a lot. Right now, dollar-yen is down pretty sizably, and sure enough, so is the market. But as we've seen before, and this is something I've pointed out to all of the members over the last couple of weeks, the dollar-yen seems to find a bid around 8 o'clock in the morning. And once that moves up, that helps the stock market move up. And so somebody's magical wand has done that. You can see 8 o'clock in the morning again, right? We'll rewind the clock here a little bit more. You can see this time 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's rewind the clock a little bit more. 8 o'clock in the morning again. So you can see what's happening is, even though the dollar-yen continually or gradually declines overall, and when the dollar-yen declines, usually the stock market declines, what's happening is the dollar-yen is finding low around 8 o'clock in the morning, then starting to push up. Today, the dollar-yen is trying to find a low around 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's starting to push up. If it pushes up, that will push up the futures. That's the bottom line. We'll push up the S&P 500 E-mini futures. They'll move higher, and the markets will carve out a buoyant or a positive trading day by the end of the session. That's what we look at each and every day. That's what we can see in the charts, and that's why it's so important to watch all these interrelationships that take place. Either way, the trading volume has been very, very light in the S&P 500. You could just take a look at the chart. Take a look at the chart of the spiders over the past month or so. I mean, we rarely trade 100 million shares a day, which is peanuts in this day and age when you have so much liquidity out there. So, again, market is very, very controlled. We'll see where it goes, and we'll see how it looks. Looking at some stocks in the news today, though, we do have a few. The first one I'm going to start off with is Rcpt. This stock is moving higher on some drug news. It's a very, very light volume equity. I was going to put it out as a gap play today, but I'm going to give it to you guys right here in the video. Watch the $47.38 level. That will be very, very good resistance if this could get up there. Already yesterday it got almost to $46, but it has since started to pull back. So again, that's the only level that would interest me on the short side, $47.38. But again, it's a very light volume equity, so it does come along with a bit higher risk. Let's take a look at Chico's, CHS. This one I am going to have as a gap play in the chat room today. So again, come on over to the chat room. Chico's closed at $15.37. It's now trading at $17.75. We will look to scalp short this vehicle. So again, that will be posted up in the chat room at 9 a.m. Let's take a look at Pep Boys, PBY. This is Manny, Mo, and Jack, I believe. Nonetheless, the stock is trading at $10.77 in the pre-market. Closed at $10.52. Watch $11.50, maybe $11.45. That's where there's big resistance. Do not expect much more upside than that at that time. So again, the stock has upside. We'll give it upside to $11.45, $11.50. That's it. If you're aggressive, you can probably scalp short it around that level. Let's take a look at Beav. This company is going to split into two. The stock right now is trading at $96.75. It closed at $98.88. I'm not sure really what to make of it at the moment. For Beav itself, BE Aerospace, the stock looks like it has very good support around $88.37. So keep an eye on that level. MetLife is also in the news today. It looks like they're going to do a $1 billion buyback. Stock's trading at $55.72. It is already getting overbought, so be careful here. I wouldn't really touch it. Its max move upside probably is around $58, but I just don't even like the look of it at the moment. So I think the news is already baked into the cake. Be very careful. If you own the stock, you trail the stop loss. If you do not own it, you do nothing. Okay, do not try to pick this one up here at this level. The stock is very, very overbought. It's very, very extended. The daily chart is way overcooked. Although it's a strong move, I would not, and it's a new all-time high, I believe, or not all-time high, but I guess a 5-year high or so. I would not look to short it. It's going to be just a tough trade on the short side. But if you own it, you trail your stop. Do not buy it up here by any means. Let's take a look at Best Buy. It looks like they increased their stock dividend. Stock's trading at $28.94. This is another one. I mean, maybe it gets up to $30, but this is a stock I just would not own at all. So be very, very careful with this. It looks like they did up their dividend by about 12%. Again, I would not own the stock here at these levels. Looks like there's a lot of resistance around $29.85, maybe $29.86, give or take that penny. But that's it. There's really not that much here to own the stock. If you're an aggressive trader and you want to try to scalp short at around $30, I have no problem with that. Let's take a look at Francesca Holdings, FRAN. This stock, I believe, came out with earnings that missed. Stock's trading at $13.95. It closed at $15.28. Did trade even below 13. I would not own the stock for if you gave it to me right now. Doesn't have any support till $12. I would be very, very careful with this equity. There's not much you could do here. $12, maybe it gives you a little intraday bounce. But other than that, it is not a sign of strength whatsoever for this equity. I'd be very, very careful with this one going forward. Now, there are a lot of upgrades and downgrades that I am seeing today, so you want to take note of that. It looks like Las Vegas Sands was downgraded by UBS. It looks like Michael Kors, I guess Credit Suisse started coverage on the company with an outperform rating. So you're going to have a lot of upgrades and downgrades. I don't know if you want to make too much out of it, but we'll see how that plays out. Sony is also in the news today, SNE. It looks like they're coming up with a set-top box. Right now, the stock is trading at $16.27. I don't know if this is a game changer for Sony. The stock's been very, very weak. I'd be very, very careful with it at the moment. Hewlett Packard's also in the news, HPQ. It looks like they have come up with some high-end servers to compete with IBM. Maybe they're going to get into China, where IBM's getting thrown out of. Either way you slice it or dice it, the stock's trading at $33.65. It closed at $33.74. The market really doesn't care about this news. The stock is still in an uptrend. So, again, the big level of resistance, in my opinion, is around 37. Either way, from what I could see here for for Hewlett Packard, the market really doesn't care about this news. So, just not much you could do with it. But nonetheless, it is a newsworthy report that you do want to take note of. All right, I think that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to talk about today. Let's go over to the gold market. Gold is trading higher right now by about $8.60, so it's a good pop for gold. Let's go to the GLD and see how that's looking. And you can see GLD is trading at $121.60 a share today, closed at $120.65. So a decent pop for gold. I'm not really sure where this comes from, but I do think the weaker dollar yen is certainly helping the gold price today. So again, we'll keep that on the radar. I don't love the pattern on gold right now as much as I do love gold itself. I don't love the pattern on gold, so there's not much I don't think we could do with it. But we'll look at it intraday. It could be some intraday plays throughout the trading session. We'll see how gold looks at that stage of the game. Looking at the oil market, oil is up again another 25 cents to $104.66 a barrel. Let's go over to the USO, which is a good proxy for trading light sweet crude. And you can see this is trading at $38.33. This is a new, I guess it's a new multi-month high. The big resistance level for the USO is going to be around $39.50, and that goes all the way back to September 2013. But there's nothing to say that it can't get up there. Right now, the crude market is holding up very, very well. I don't really see any real negative signs for oil. So again, oil is very, very strong at the moment, and again, it can go higher. So be very, very careful. I would not be getting in front of the oil short at this stage of the game. There will be a point where we will, but right now, I'd let oil go a little bit higher, as I think it has a little bit more upside in the cards. The big news today, obviously, is going to be futures are down 4 points. It's not that big a deal. We'll see how this all trades out and plays out. Again, watch dollar yen. It has just an imaginary wand at 8 o'clock in the morning that touches it, and all of a sudden it floats higher. Dollar yen floats higher. Stock market floats higher, in my opinion. Alright everybody, I'm going to leave it there, short and sweet. I want to wish you all a great trading session, and we will see you on the charts.